now former regular on Greg Gutfeld, Tyler Fisher, has just spoken out about his unceremoniously getting fired from the show, completely blacklisted by Fox News. He says they claimed to stand against wokeness, but this scandal proves otherwise behind the scenes. And it's all because he asked out a coworker to coffee.
Not even technically a coworker.
To dinner, not even to dinner, not even to drinks. Coffee. And
not even a coworker, because technically he doesn't work there. He's just a guest on the show.
Random employee in a random other department. And I don't know whether to believe all of this. No shade or anything. We've had Tyler on the show, but it's quite remarkable if true.
I do want to point out to the Hollywood Reporter that they did hit, like, why did they use this photo? Like,
I was gonna say he looks
because
coked
he
out
looks
in the picture.
ridiculous.
They did that on purpose.
Is that
But
what he
he's-
looked like when he asked her out? Because I would fire him too.
He's trying to look ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
But I'm sure that he
He has a koozie. Like, what are we doing here?
he's funny. So plenty of women like that, right? I'm sure he's not having any issues. But here's his full
You got the tweet?
post.
It's a long
insane.
one. Look at this tweet.
It's insanely long. Attention! After almost 2 years, I will no longer be on Gutfeld TV show. Sadly, they have gone full woke and kicked me off for a reason that is beyond hard to believe. What was my woke crime? I asked an employee out for coffee. That is why I'm off the show. I have proof of all of this, and I'm seeking legal counsel for defamation because this is absolutely insane. It's not illegal or against any rules at Fox to ask a grown adult for coffee. But in the woke mind virus world, any advance by a man is labeled as some kind of toxic masculinity. This is why men have stopped approaching women in real life off dating apps. Because being chivalrous and doing what men have done forever, showing interest in women by offering to take them on a date, is now turned into a crime. It's beyond tragic to see men hide away in fear. I, for one, will not allow it to happen.
Not to call you out, but we literally had this discussion like last week with Phil, where you're like, what guy has ever like lost his job because he?
Listen. What I said is, you're not going to a bar or some whatever third location up to a stranger saying hello and then losing your job because you said hello to a stranger.
Apparently, it happens if you're going on Greg Gutfeld.
Yeah. If he met this girl at a random bar, then this wouldn't have happened. If he hadn't met her through work, I understand that that's different.
No, I stand with Tyler. I've been blaming my dating problems on the woke mind virus for years. So.
It just gives you a good out.
Like, people really are doing
Mom's
that.
Like, why aren't you married yet? You're like, Mom, it's the woke mind virus.
Yeah, the woke left. What are you talking about? Have you not seen Gutfeld?
But like, people are actually using these types of excuses.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. It's true. Fact check it. I'll call my mom right now. I'll fact check it.
This is what I would have told my mom. I would have been like, Mom, luckily I'm getting married this year. But like back in the day, I'd been like, Mom, you don't understand. The woke mind virus is just keeping you back.
I mean, imagine how much earlier you would have gotten married if it weren't for the radical left.
Yeah, dude.
They subvert me at every chance. So sick of them.
The story, it's so weird too, because like another department. So I'm picturing like, you look at those videos, like he leaves set and then you go out a door and there's just like a coffee cart with like K-cups.
Like, who is this chick?
And
where do they cross paths?
Maybe she's a spy from another network. And they like sent her there to get people in trouble.
She's a CNN spy.
CNN could use the help right now. Like maybe he'll go and do comedy for CNN now.
I imagine that the girl just wasn't into it and she maybe...
But reported him for being like, do you want to get some coffee sometime?
I mean, dude, I've seen some bad pickup lines that would justify that.
He's a comedian that you don't know if he's telling the truth.
Maybe he had a bad day. Maybe or some people.
So like he came up to her like at the coffee cart, is like, is that one of them KKK cups? And she's like, I'm not. That's not funny.
Well, this is the remainder of it. After being canceled, I've reached out to people at the show for months, and they have completely ghosted me. I've gained hundreds of thousands of new fans from Gutfeld, and I can no longer handle the amount of messages or questions about out why the hell I have disappeared. I told the show out of respect for the fans I need to post about it so they know. And can we please have a conversation before I do so? They will not respond or have a single conversation about it. I've been a very hardworking and dedicated guest, and you all deserve to know what the show you are watching is really like. They claim to hate wokeness, but it is all empty words.
But it's not. It wasn't Gutfeld that did it. It's just that's the consequences of working for a large conglomerate, where maybe the employees that work for him wouldn't feel that way. But when you go talk to Lauren in accounting, who doesn't understand what they're doing over there, she might have a problem with it.
Well, he's also complaining about how he was never paid for his appearances on Gutfeld. He was expected to do it all for free.
I mean, I'm always surprised by the amount of people who think that those TV spots are paid.
Same.
Like,
yeah,
that's not
surprising that they think that.
It's literally the meme about you're being paid in exposure, but it actually does work.
Right.
Because of the size and scope of the network.
Yeah, like, even for my, like, relatively small podcast appearances, people have asked me, like, oh, you didn't get paid for that? I was like, no, I didn't even ask. Like, it wasn't even a question. If I had asked, like, they would rightfully cancel the appearance before I showed up.
Yeah.
Because that's not the industry norm. But he said, not to mention they'll throw you under the bus and take the side of woke, indoctrinated, radical feminists instead of their loyal guests.
So true.
I mean, I really want
the insane language he's using.
He's
just,
mad.
It's hard to take it seriously.
He's mad.
I want to know what the pickup line was.
I need
He
context.
wasn't. That's conspicuously left out, isn't it?
There's a 20 there.
What if it was like Rupert Murdoch's wife or something? Like, have we thought
He
about
does
that?
too. Like, he always marries like somebody like 30 years younger than him.
Oh,
Like,
he trades in
he
for younger
basically
models
he
all
like
the time.
leases women at
He
this
leases.
point.
It's
Like,
it's like Caravana over there.
Maybe it was Gutfeld's.
oh
Dude,
no!
you think maybe?
I mean, no, it would have been like it wouldn't have been Murdoch's wife. It would have been like his daughter. His
Right.
daughter just left college. She's
First
interning.
internship.
She's
Right.
interning at Fox, and then this sounds like the plot of a movie. Now he should
sounds
write a
great.
script.
This sounds great.
He should write a script for this.
You should.
Yeah, this could give him a lot of good material for stand-up. Incompetent Hands said, I can't leave my area, says a judge, but if I fly, I'm bringing 2 chocolate chip cookies from Chick-fil-A on the off chance I sit next to Mary Morgan. I'll make her a hypocrite or an honest woman. Either way, I can fix her.
Wait, is that by saying that he's going to offer you a chocolate chip cookie? And you're going to be like, I'll take the chocolate chip cookie, when really what you want to say is like, you can't eat on planes. It's
I had no
childish.
idea where you were going with that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, a Chick-fil-A chocolate chip cookie is higher quality than whatever excuse for a cookie they're going to hand you just from the airline.
How do you feel
the
about
plane food?
How do you feel about pretzels on
Dude,
the
the plane food is like the most demoralizing experience you could possibly have.
So do
they give
you-
you the little Biscoff cookies.
Biscoff cookies?
It's literally like government rations.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a bunker when I eat
So
it.
do you partake? Like,
I get the cran apple juice, and I say keep the can. I want the can.
You want the whole thing.
Oh, I get stern with them. I'm
Yeah.
like, look, I paid, you know.
well,
and you
okay,
gotta,
but
like-
you don't eat the little.
No, I give it to the
snacks.
person next to me to build, some require.
This is a Zoomer thing. I'm telling
Well,
you.
because you want to like get along with, because you're sitting next to people for 5 hours. So I just throw them a little Biscoff, and we're like best friends.
See, I would be offended by that. If somebody next to me handed me their
You
like
would.
shitty Biscoff
Because you
cookie,
should see their eyes when I do this.
They're excited.
They're dude.
That's
for
pathetic.
normies, they're thrilled when they get their little cracker.
That's pathetic.
It's
Their
like
eyes light up.
it's like Fortune 500 communion. They bring your Diet Coke and they bring your Biscoff, and you take it in, and it's actually kind of a nice moment with your fellow passengers.
Yeah.
I was on a flight like 2 weeks ago, and I gave the girl next to me my little pretzels. An hour later, she vomited. So I think I actually had a part to play.
I want to start. I'm gonna start bringing like a divider to put on when I'm in the plane.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a crisis party.
This is Christ
Oh.
for it. You did.
I thought we were being attacked.
Well, we are being attacked.
Okay.
To answer the question about the cookie, though, if you handed me a Chick-fil-A cookie, I don't know. I may say no because I'm worried you maybe roofied the cookie or something. But if you were somebody I trusted, I would eat it because it's not the same thing, obviously.
We're gonna need Tyler Fisher to get back on Gutfeld to explain what happened.
What if he brings a cookie on Tyler? That's probably the missing piece.
Maybe if he had brought the cookie and offered that to the
Right.
woman.
Sorry, this part was just the last funny bit. As Greg likes to ask me every show, Tyler, what would Trump say about this?
What would Trump say?
Well,
about
he
this?
would say everything woke goes to shit. That show had a lot of potential, but with no spine or balls to back up the things they make fun of. It will likely wither away over time.
I mean,
The
Gutfeld
ratings will
does,
drop just like CNN, and it will fail.
Gutfeld does pretty big numbers, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
comparatively.
He's gonna be just fine without Tyler
The
Fisher.
problem is his show. I imagine, because just judging off of anecdotes, his audience is probably 65 and up.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
the
it's
ti-
just by being on network TV,
The clock
your-
is ticking.
your audience is
Yeah.
up there. Yeah, but the thing is like back in the day, the idea was you advertised 18 to 49 because they have purchasing power, and then above that, they're on fixed income. Right now, they've got all the money because they're the boomers. So now you should be marketing to nothing but 50 to 75. Like squeeze as much out of them before they croak.
Yeah.
Like that's what you have to do.
We have a 20 from Pop Culture Junkie. Having worked for the company for 11 years, Fox has always been twitchy about internal fraternization. I knew multiple managers that got swept up and fired by overly aggressive HR enforcers.
That makes, I mean, it makes sense at the corporate level
Sounds
because
woke.
you're trying to avoid scandal, but you know.
But is it because of like the bombshell thing? The movie about
Oh, I mean, it probably is just best practices for the company.
who
Probably
was that though? Who
I
was
know
the
what you're
guy that was
talking about.
accused of like locking the door from like a button under his desk?
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
What was that guy's name? What was the name of it?
The movie was called Bombshell, and it had women playing Megyn Kelly and like a couple of others.
Margot Robbie plays Kayla Puss. I don't even know how to say that. Charlize Theron played Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, it was
Faces.
an interesting movie.
What was his name? What was his name?
Yeah, what was that
I
executive?
remember this. He was an anchor.
Yeah, right.
Somebody in the chat.
Was it-
Yeah, Roger Ailes.
No,
Was it?
AIL,
not
yes.
with the Matt Lauer. He was the one that had the door.
Matt
locked.
Lauer was-
Yeah, Matt Lauer.
Oh,
Really?
Okay, yeah.
yeah, you can't do that apparently.
Yep. Yeah, you can't have a button on your.
What?
on
The
your
woke
desk
left
that-
takes away trap doors to a Rancor pit? What's going on? Did you not see the last election results? We get buttons in our offices now. Bring me a coffee.
The left has canceled trapdoors.
I know. It's making me mad. I'm sick of it.
All right.
The woke left got rid of chloroform rags.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's so woke.
What the hell? Life isn't even worth living anymore.
I know. That's what I've been saying.
You just know that all of these actresses loved making this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like,
I watched it and I found it pretty funny actually.
like I'm doing something good for society.
Like there was a scene in it where I'm pretty sure like Margot Robbie's character is like in this office with a creepy executive guy and he's like, show me your underwear or something, and then she just does it, and then like
She found herself in the room.
that's yeah she found
thought it
herself.
was like an advertising thing.
They
or
never.
something.
It's never that she walked to his office. It's like she found herself in a room.
Yeah, she found herself in his office.
It was a guy named Roger Ailes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. 'Cause
That's-
Matt Lauer was
that
NBC.
is
Roger
correct.
Ailes was the Fox
Yeah,
exec.
it
Yeah,
was the
that
Fox.
is-
and
that
I think
is
he
correct.
like.
and you
groped
found
people.
yourself in his office somehow.
Somehow you
He was
ended up there.
Big groper.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye guys.